We're talking about perfectionism today. What the heck is perfectionism and why is it slowing us down? How can we beat it? How can we get ahead of it? How can we really eradicate it? All right. Perfectionism is this preoccupation with focusing on always saying the right thing, always looking the right way, always taking the right action. And it can be so paralyzing to be in this place where we're constantly monitoring how we appear either to other people or to ourselves. And that paralysis will stop us from really taking actions that align us with what we most desire. So, for instance, before I became a life coach and a health coach, I was reading so many books about coaching. I was watching YouTube videos. I was writing out all of these different coaching programs that I could do. And it seemed like for months and months, I was highly addicted, obsessed with coaching. But here's where my perfectionism came in. I wasn't actually coaching anyone. I was just totally immersed in learning, trying to prepare, trying to plan out what kind of coach I would be and how I would do it. And it was so paralyzing because all I really wanted to do was exercise my newfound skills. And I didn't know where to start. And everything just seemed too much. So instead of actually living out my dream of being a life coach, a health coach, I was sitting in my room just reading books about it. And something shifted for me when I did some course and it essentially said, start where you're at. Like, this perfectionism thing is slowing you down. Just start where you're at. What's the smallest step that you can take to progress yourself in actually doing the thing? So I was working a full-time job at the time, and during my lunch breaks, me and some of my colleagues would take walks, and I decided, you know what? Several of them knew what I was doing. I was really talking a lot about being a coach, and I decided, I'm just going to offer them coaching. I'm just going to walk around, take our lunch break, and do some one-on-one coaching with them if they want it. And one of my colleagues, she wanted to lose weight. And I offered to her, hey, I can give you some health coaching, no charge, just for fun. And, see how you like it. And she agreed. And I was thrilled because that was my way of stepping out of my perfectionism, of just getting on the court, playing the game. And slowly over time, as I coached her, she felt such relief. And through that experience, my perfectionism lessened and lessened. And I got way more involved instead of just thinking, and rationalizing how this is going to work. Okay, so what area of your life are you stuck in paralysis around? Where are you just highly focused on doing it the right way instead of doing it at all? Like, where the heck is the perfectionism slowing you down? Because it's really not going to serve you to be in this procrastination of constantly having to have the strategies in place before we do the things. So, how do we beat it for good? Well, as I mentioned in my example, it was taking the smallest step possible. Literally, the smallest step you can think of. For instance, if you want to have more friends or you want to have better quality friends that actually do the things that you like to do and are in the same mindset, but you don't know where to start because, well, dang, your perfectionism tells you, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make those good friends. I don't know how I'm going to make those friends. Well, what is the smallest step you can take to at least align yourself with that potentiality. It might be going online and researching different meetup groups with interests that you enjoy. And it could be simple as that. You don't even have to sign up for the groups yet. You can just open the browser and look at the groups. Things end up happening when we actually take actions aligned with what we want. And as we do that, our confidence grows and perfectionism lessens. You might even be wanting to find the love of your life. And that can be so daunting. I mean, it brings up all this unworthiness stuff and all these thoughts of, do I even deserve it? Or does that person exist? Well, okay, you can get stuck in your head about it. Or you can take the smallest step literally possible. What is that? Well, you could look up an article about how to find the love of my life. Or you could look at different dating site options. Just look at them. You don't have to take your credit card out and you don't have to sign up yet, but just explore what's out there. Open yourself up, because it's taking the smallest steps that's going to free you. Okay? So write down the one thing that you're really wanting and desiring in your life. I know you have big goals, you have big dreams, but let's chunk it down to the absolute minimum, simplest step you can make. Write down that one step and then do it. Just do it. Perfectionism, goodbye. Not today. Not in this 1 second moment. Okay, everybody, have a great day and be on the court.